AU is 280 and 16. So that's like 20 ounces a ton or something.
That's a hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a little less than 10 ounces a ton.
That's awesome.
In that spot.
Oh boy.
What's this up here?
All right, I'm gonna go put a down payment on that new car tomorrow.
Yeah, no.
Not that.
Hey, good afternoon. This is Harry with Mine Operator, and I'm out at one of my first mines that I ever rehabbed out here with Jason from Mount Baker Mining and Metals. And we're gonna send him home with a sample so he can run it on his system and see what kind of values he gets. Well, I got Jason all set up here on I-5, and he is going to town. He's learning what limonite is like. It's miserable to work this stuff. The quartz is absolutely tough, and obviously we're not using a jack leg to drill and blast rounds. This is just a test. But what we've done is taken Jason to the best spot in the mine that we have. So I think it's pretty cool to see that. Just for frame of reference, and I-5 is the 5th level. So that's down. There's level 6. All the way up to the top.
Is that good or bad?
Say again?
Is that good or bad?
Up until that spot it's good, and then after that it's questionable.
That's bad?
That's bad.
That's good out of
Yeah, you seen it, right? It's that, like, you start getting into that altered country rock that's kind of nasty, and once you get out of that red band, it's barren.
Okay. Here's the stuff we're getting out. It looks amazing. It's that limonite stuff. That's where the gold hangs out. And our buddy Jeff just did a video on this stuff.
He did.
Essentially saying that's where the good stuff is, out here in the desert.
Oh yeah.
And that's what we're finding right up in this crack.
Yep.
A bunch of nice limonite.
It's gonna be interesting to see that go through your system.
Yeah, I can't wait. So if you want to learn more about limonite, go check out Jeff's video on his channel.
So you know what I'm gonna say, right?
So you know what I'm gonna say? Let's go!
Yeah. No, Jeff was talking about limonite around the same time as my older buddy Klaus was talking to us about this stuff, and it was kind of cool to see somebody on YouTube talking about what an 80-year-old man was telling me that he learned when he was, young man.
Yeah, the old school old timers.
Yeah, and he was like, "You find the limonite, you find the gold."
I want to try and get this big chunk out of here, but I think I'm close.
All right.
And then it'll open us up some.
Jason's picking at this one pretty good.
Okay.
What you got?
Look at all that beautiful stuff. So you're looking. That might be issues still in the rock. I don't know.
Oh yeah, well. Oh yeah.
That's a pretty chunk there.
Yep. All those big chunks up top that you saw?
Same stuff.
The reason why we think the top dump is so hot is because they were stockpiling that stuff up there.
Okay.
And the weathering just, limonite out in the weather. We think that's why the top dump is so rich, because the stuff that was low grade to them, the weather took it right out of it, dropped the gold. That's why the gold's all free mill.
I see.
So they basically concentrated it for us by leaving it up there.
So we're in the good spot.
Yeah,
This is all good.
it's all good.
All right.
All right, we got out what we needed. I think we'd probably still be in there, but we're concerned about missing dinner. Our mining mom is hooking us up with a nice chicken dinner tonight. We don't want to miss it. So we're gonna go in and clean up and get out of here. And Jason's a sugar cookie.
Yeah, I'm just going. You are too.
Yeah, apparently.
That's mining in the desert.
So now that the lights are all set up, we'll get a good view of this. This is my favorite part about this place.
Rest of our stuff. I wanted to show you his life. He worked out really nice.
There you go. I'll hold still for a minute. And I guarantee you the guys back in the day, they were using carbide lanterns on their headlights, so their lighting sucked. There's all old growth timber. You can see the grains are really tight. So this, back in the day when they're getting lumber up here, the gentleman with the, I guess the, what do you call it? The horse and carriage or the horse and cart or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It was $20 a ton of lumber to deliver up in our area.
$20 a ton?
Yeah, they paid $20 a ton of lumber, and they'd have enough lumber and hay for the mules to make it up. So this wood had a long journey.
Well, $20 a ton wasn't gold. 29 or 39 or.
It was $35 an ounce.
30, yeah.
Yeah, so they're paying $20 for a ton of lumber.
So over half an ounce of gold.
Yeah, so these guys, if they had to use timber, it was for a reason. They weren't just screwing around. And they repurposed too. Like some of the workings we've been in, you could tell some lumber had been reused, 3, 4, and 5 times in different areas.
Sure.
All right, this one's coming down to you.
All right, hold on. A lot more down now.
This is a big one. Too big for a sandbag.
That's too big for a flat rate box.
Yeah. Woo!
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Ready for the next bag?
Ready. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Okay.
And we got all the bags out, so now we're gonna go ahead and get our equipment out, the lines and everything, the electrical and the lights, and then head home. We got Jason taking the lines down. This is the cart.
Right.
Sorry.
Harry, what do we got going here?
Well, now we're gonna go ahead and take some of these good-looking rocks, and we're gonna shoot it with the XRF and see if we can get any hint of gold. The gold is really, really fine, so you can't see it with the naked eye. So you're kind of shooting in the dark with this thing.
So we got this ore from one of our local mines.
Yep, Harry's mine.
Harry's mine.
And I took him to the I-5 vein.
Okay, wait, we just split this thing in half.
Yeah, that thing took, how many waxes? Like 5 whacks to finally get the crack?
There's the other half. So we're looking at the middle of it. We're gonna XRF it.
All right, let's go. So I'm in that little calcium.
Cool.
Bam. Okay. 7 out of 5. 6 out of 5. Ignore that palladium. There's no palladium in our gold. That one's legit.
Is it?
Yeah, because when I get my gold prill, it hits for iridium, but it drops it a lot. Silicon, iron, aluminum, potassium, calcium, titanium. Why are there rare earths in there? It shouldn't be there. Yeah, see, it dropped it. Good. Get out of there. The iridium is interesting. I'm just going to do what I normally do. I'm just going to start on one side and work across. And
Sure.
someone else is going to have to draw down with their finger, though.
Yep.
So this is the altered country rock right where the vein starts to change.
Okay. Copper bismuth.
Bang.
There it is.
Right in the limonite.
Nice.
If it shows up right away, it's generally it's a good hit.
Trustable.
Yeah, if it shows up at the very end, you know it's confused, but if it shows up right at the beginning, so 9 out of 5. So we're getting better. So that's 4.
No silver either.
That's surprising because whenever I melt our gold into a bead from this mine, it always has silver. So it's running there with it.
9 and 5. Oh,
That's
there's silver.
Bang.
Where'd it go? It's bouncing all over.
Yeah. As long as the gold doesn't bounce off.
No, gold's consistent.
Nice. Yeah, so there's definitely gold in that limonite pocket.
9 and 5.
Well, howdy do.
How do you do?
Harry's going to let me use this really expensive tool here, and I am going to... We got that really hot hit on the black stuff where we had that fresh break.
Oh, yeah.
This one over here. So I'm going to try some of this weathered surface. Iron, vanadium, copper. There
Bang.
it is.
Gold.
14 and 12, 16 and 11.
11. So we keep saying 2 numbers. So the first number we say is the parts per million, and the second number is the possible error. So if it's saying 16 out of 8, that means it's saying 8 parts per million accurately, and the other 8 are error.
Where'd it go? Bouncing all over here.
Yeah, so it's that super dark black oxidized. That makes sense to me because it's almost purple.
Okay.
And the part of the vein where it pinched the most, where they quit, was purple. And it's like pencil thin. I crushed it in a little mortal. There was gold in it.
Really?
Visible gold. Yeah, so I think the purple stuff is really good. So that black, if you're good with the numbers.
Oh, there, it's done.
Yeah, the only thing you'll do is the longer you run it, the better the error rate will be. So it'll get you a more accurate reading.
You need a light? Can I borrow your headlamp?
Yeah, sure, take it. All yours.
What I really want to try and find is something that might look kind of like gold, and then shoot it. Let's try right there. There it is.
What's it saying?
2514.
Really?
28. 20, it's going all over. Hold on.
Yeah.
20, 39. 29.9. 29.8.
That's rad.
So there's an ounce a ton in that spot.
Yeah, that, I mean, like I said, the channel sample I did came out at 0.4 something ounce per ton. But, you know, the width of the vein at that point when I measured it, it was only 6 inches. These things are massive, these rocks.
How wide would you say the vein is?
6 to 8, somewhere in there.
Yeah, probably a foot, the widest spot.
Yeah, the widest spot's about a foot. When you get like the altered country rock to altered, like on the hanging wall footwall, it's about a foot.
So, you know, we're gonna have to take an average.
Yeah, and the nice thing is the altered wall rock on the footwall, it's got values in it. As soon as the reds stop, that's the cutoff. So it's still, the gold's still, I don't know if it's coming out of the country rock or if it got shot in and then it got put into the host rock. I don't know.
But we have plenty of reason to test it out now.
Yeah.
That was 38 and 10.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
I gotta see that.
I just moved to a different spot. Now I'm not getting it.
Yeah, that's how it is. You literally have to put the sensor right on the gold. Gold's not like iron and copper where it'll be, you know, disseminated through most of the altered rock or the vein.
That's lead. Come on.
There it is. 13,
Oh, yeah.
13, 12, 17.
17.
No, silver's at 27, so.
We got some byproduct.
Yeah, byproduct. I'm surprised there's so little copper in this stuff. That's awesome. That really solved some issues.
And refining, yeah.
Yeah.
So you got silver 27 and gold 14 and 6.
14 and 6, so 8.
Yeah.
8 parts per million. 8 grams.
Let's try it back over here.
Gravity?
Okay.
So when he's scanning, I got the black light out, and the calcite in our mind glows green, and this is not to be confused with autunite that you may have seen in some of our other videos. So to us, this is a Pathfinder, and I love seeing it. I should have brought the black light in when we went because the walls would have just lit up, but that's pretty cool.
Hey, look at this reading.
What'd you get?
215.
No way.
215.19.
215? No way. Scroll down. Silver. Okay, that makes sense. All the way to the bottom, if you don't mind. Yeah, don't worry about that RH. That's not, I don't think that's really in there. So one of the things I think is important to emphasize with the XRF is what it's seeing when it does get a gold hit. It's just telling you in that spot it sees gold, but you can't really equate, you know, how much gold is going to be in the whole rock. You really need to do a big assay, take a channel sample and run that and see what your recovery method is going to be. Because if we took this XRF up to Jason's mine and I put it on one of his nuggets, I'm going to get percentage gold instead of parts per million, because it's right on an actual piece of gold that's quite large. So for this stuff, it's in the sulfides. Some of it's free mill, some of it's not. So the numbers might sound good now, but we're going to have to run it to find out really what it's going to go for.
Yeah, but it's still pretty darn exciting.
Yeah, it's still pretty exciting.
Right?
I'm not trying to downplay that, but
yeah, we got something to work with here. This is cool.
Yeah.
AU is all over this spot.
Nice.
I got 70s, 80s.
Oh,
this one's
nice.
50.
Nice. Jason saw how much work it takes to get to that spot, and it's
yeah.
It's
Whoa. AU 250.
what?
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's like the third one down. 260.
All right, maybe we need to microscope that spot.
Oh boy.
265. 268.
That's awesome.
All right, I'm gonna go put a down payment on that new car tomorrow.
Yeah, no. We still got to run it through the system. We got a backlog here, a little bit of a backlog.
AU is 280 and 16, so that's like 20 ounces a ton or something.
That's a hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a little less than 10 ounces a ton.
That's awesome.
In that spot.
Oh boy, what's this up here?
This nice looking oxidized out black stuff. Awesome. That stuff's not really in the top dump too much, so it was hard to associate. So that would explain why all that free mill is on in the loose stuff, because it fell out and weathered out. And
great prospecting today.
just to kind of give a frame of reference, this is some gold ore from the 16-1 mine, and there's a little bug of gold right there. So when I shoot that with the XRF, I get 3,000 parts per million, and then silver in this particular gold is 800. So when you scan the actual rock, you know, if you don't have a cubic centimeter of gold, it's going to get all the other metals around it and elements around it. So that kind of gives you an idea when we're scanning rock like this and we're getting, you know, low numbers. It's still exciting, but you know, that's visible gold, and then here it's not so visible, but it's there.